So all our diabolical plans we must keep to ourselves for the next.
Yeah. We're live.
Yeah, we are.
Always.
Well, we might as well be authentic, right? Can you see me?
I can only see your picture.
Oh, okay, that's not good.
It's a good stance you got there.
There you go. Now you see me.
The way you're standing, it's like.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I've never had anybody address my accent, so I don't know if I have an accent.
Yeah.
Do I have an accent?
Yeah.
Oh.
American.
Yeah. Well, like we say, everybody else is the foreigner, you know.
Yeah.
But certain people, like Australians and English people, when I think about them, I actually hear them talking. I can hear their voice.
Yeah.
You know, like certain people have dominant characteristics. It's kind of like Russell Crowe's a good one. Like if I think about Russell Crowe, I can hear his voice.
Yeah. Where's he from? Is he Australian?
I think he's Australian. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear that.
The only people Americans like more than British people are Australians.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know why. It is what it is, though.
So you're getting out there. I see you're spreading.
Have you been noticing me more?
Yeah. I'll be thinking, I see him again. You're never off the telly.
Well, you know, I guess I don't know how do you validate someone's importance? I don't really know. I mean, it's just like if Tom Cruise liked me, I would be like, yay, Tom Cruise likes me. But realistically, I mean, who's Tom Cruise? You know, he's just a guy.
Oh yeah.
But you know the book 3 Feet from Gold?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, me too. I've only ever heard of it.
Another principle.
Because in Think and Grow Rich, right? You know, you stopped too soon.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I guess the guy who wrote it commented on one of my posts. So of course, once I found out it was somebody of popularity, I was like, "Ooh."
Right.
Right, but I didn't know originally, so
yeah.
Oh well.
It's strange. I've done that with famous, noted people. I've seen them in the street or in a shop, and they just stare at them, and think, "Wow, they're real." But all they're doing is being displayed.
I usually stand around, wait a minute, see if they fart. You know. Because everybody shits.
I try to avoid sort of saying hello to them. This was a long time ago. I thought I don't want to give them recognition and hassle them. So there's two things. I don't want to hassle them because every fan thinks that they're the first person to say to them whatever you say to them. They're like that. And if they've got a catchphrase and you repeat it to them, they get mad. They don't like that.
Yeah, well, because they're just they get arrogant. You know, the key to life is, and this is one of the things that I find, is that I treat everybody like a celebrity. When I meet a janitor, I treat him like a celebrity.
That's good, yeah.
Because we're all human, man, and we all deserve to have that feeling of importance. Now, I don't play it so hard that it sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I just really value every human because shit, you don't know what they've been through. For all you know, they could be a fucking celebrity based on their experiences in life. You know, I mean, think about some of the things that people have overcome. That's more valuable than making a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my family thinks you're a celebrity because
they're not wrong. Yeah.
Because you're my favorite Englishman. I probably shouldn't curse so much. I apologize.
No, it's fine.
Well, we're on YouTube Live. I know my mom's going to be the only person in my.
Yeah, they'll bleep this out.
She'll be the only person who takes the time to actually watch the whole interview, or whatever we call this. We haven't even decided what we call this yet.
We don't know. We're starting out. That's fine. So yeah, it's good to see you spreading yourself there and getting out there, and that's all it's about, isn't it? You get out there, and it's not so bad. The waters are not so cold as you think they are.
I'm actually pretty cold right now. My sister-in-law has a timeshare, and we're blessed. It's nice to know. And she invited us up for the weekend. It's actually very beautiful up here, and we're enjoying it to the fullest.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful. Very grateful.
You should find a desk and put some papers behind you, so it's more familiar to me.
Yeah. Yeah. All the papers, huh?
Yeah.
You know, if you saw what I saw here, let me show you real quick. Hopefully this is like.
Yes, please. Oh wow!
It almost feels like I'm in a different state, you know. Just because I'm, Southern California, LA, whatever. It's all they call it concrete jungle. I'm literally in the forest. The only thing I always get scared about though is a bear. Like I don't see bears, but I hear about bears. You know.
Yeah, they're okay, friendly.
But they run fast though. You're not gonna outrun a bear.
Have a photo with you and a bear, sort of like that.
Yeah, that's how you know you're a real man. Not because you can kill a bear, you can take a photo hugging a bear.
Yeah, smile. The bear smiles. Say to him, remember who feeds you.
Yeah, the garbage. Well, the cool thing about bears up here, I think they're black bears, so they don't really eat meat. They're more like vegetarian.
Oh, listen.
So if they kill me, they won't eat me, which is good news, you know.
they just play around with you a little bit with your paw.
Yeah, 6-inch claws, right? It's like we're so used to seeing teddy bears. Oh, they're so cute until they freaking.
Call his wife over. Sarah, come play with this human.
Yeah. We got a chew toy.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's funny, you know, in Africa, I'm just thinking about this because of bears. The animal that kills the most people is hippos.
Oh yeah, they can move.
They can move, and you've seen those freakers fight. They're like these mouths that just like rock. People see, they're fat and cuddly looking. I'm gonna get close to it. Oh, fuck that shit. You don't get close to a hippo.
No,
I really wouldn't get close to any wild animal, to be honest.
Snap you in half, I think. They can't, their mouths, their jaws, snap you in half.
Oh, hell yeah. They kill alligators.
Yeah. Well, we always have in dentist here, the dentist, and there's a picture, and it's always a picture of a hippo in pajamas brushing his teeth.
Yeah,
that?
It's always like a cute little thing, right? It's a cute animal. Yeah. There's really no cute wild animals because they're all survival. Once you're wild, you're survival.
They sit there in the mud with just their eyes sticking up, a little bit of their nose sticks up. You think, I could outrun that, no problem. No, once they get going,
they look like Navy SEAL, right? They look like
yeah.
Yeah. You
All you need to do is get them in pajamas.
Yeah,
they become docile, no problem. Give them some toothpaste. Oh.
Yeah, it's funny because when you're domesticated, like it's like I have cats, 2 cats, and they're pretty soft right now, right? So they don't have to think about nothing. But if you find a feral cat, I mean, they won't kill you because they're only little, but man, they'll mess you up because they're all about it's all the fight in them, you know. They got the fight. We all have that fight. We all have that potential. It's just that we lose the urge or the need to because it's not natural once you don't have to, you know. Like a lion won't attack you if it's just eating. It's not going to be like, I'm just going to kill things. It's like, I'm not hungry. You know, they'll watch a damn gazelle walk by.
I think like polar bears, they do that thing with that they know you're around because they can smell you. But if you don't bother them too much, they won't bother you. And if you get too close, they give you like a warning. Grrr, and then, okay, you're back off.
The thing about polar bears, though, they're freaking huge.
Yeah. Again, really cuddly.
You know what's funny is that, it's not, you know what's interesting? I should say interesting. Because of global warming, or whatever we want to call it, there's less ice places. Okay, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. we feel bad for polar bears, you know, like, oh, they're dying. But then realistically, you're like, well, why am I feeling bad for a polar bear? If I met that son of a bitch, he'd probably kill me.
Yeah. One swipe. Take
Yeah,
you
but he would definitely eat me. He'd be like, ooh, this is a tender piece of American meat.
Yeah. Big steak. Yeah. Well, I'll be all right because me and animals are like that. We're fine.
Yeah, me and dogs are like that because they're domesticated, you know.
Yeah, me and dogs as well. Me and babies, we're fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't really like. I'm not a big fan of kids.
Yeah, it's just people.
Yeah. Well, I love people. I love people. Oh man, I gotta do my dang live video today too. Still. Fudge.
Fudge. Mind your language.
Yeah, fudge. Well, you know, I've done a live video every day since December 1st.
Well done. I was doing them every day, but then I thought, am I doing it every day just to be doing it every day?
Well, you should do it every day. And if nothing else, you should let the assholes motivate you. Like people are like, why do you do that? They should be your motivation, right? Because here's the thing, there'll never be a shortage of assholes in your life. So if that becomes your motivation, that becomes your fuel tank, you'll always have plenty of fuel, you know?
Yeah. Like a rocket. So
Be driven by your haters because you'll have an unlimited source of fuel, man.
So what's happening with your Noble Goldman? Are you getting any responses?
You know, I've got a few. You know, I highly recommend you do the moderator training because it's super simple, and I can even show you how to do it. Because I mean, well, who else would I want to show? If I'm going to help somebody, I'd rather help you than anybody else, right?
Bless you. Likewise. Yeah. Yeah.
But I spend about 30 minutes a day, and I communicate with about 50 people.
Right.
Because it's not very like, it's not it's like I reach out to people. It's like boop, 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 boop. But I have like a nice little format that I have created. So if you wanted, I could show you. I'll email it to you. It's not that, because I put it on Word doc, and it's through 5 different groups: Think and Go Rich, Outwitting the Devil, Wayne Dyer,
Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad, and the Science of Getting Rich is another one.
No. Yeah.
It's really easy because all you have to do is message the admin, which we know who he is, but I don't want to message his name because he might not want to be on here. And he'll make you a moderator right away. Now, it's not necessarily working out like jet fuel, but it's just effort, it's time. Like if you give it a couple of months, you'll get a couple of people. You know.
Yeah. No, it's the beginning.
I really want to see you and that one lady connect.
The what? Sorry.
I want to see you and that one lady connect because I think you guys would do really well together as far as like collaborating. That lady on your, the Canadian lady.
Oh, Jenny.
Yeah, she seems like a really nice woman, and you guys seem to have a lot in common. So I think that would be a really good teamwork right there. You know, really good team connection.
Yeah. When we was talking, she had these ideas coming in. She was so enlivened by them. She was like, "Wait, it's on fire! Great!"
Didn't that make you feel good too, though?
Yeah, it was like, wow, someone's work with you and not against you all the time. Because
she would definitely be a partner. She would definitely be a team player for sure. Because I've connected with her a couple of times. You know, I've invited her to a couple of our meetings. She hasn't been able to make it because I think of her work schedule, but
yeah.
But I definitely think you two would be a good connection, you know?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah.
Like somebody I've connected with really well is Mary.
Oh, right, yeah.
And Tisha. So they're 2 people that I've really connected with. And it's, you know what, it's funny because I think that's the key to success is like, is partnerships, you know, it's about friendships.
Yeah, there's some that just work, don't they? They just come about. You don't force them. They're just there. These
And we have to thank Lloyd too, because he's the reason we've been doing this.
Yeah, that's right.
He
Absolutely.
said, Tony and James, you guys should.
Yeah. How did he know?
Well, he's actually, what? Thing about Lloyd is he's actually pretty. He's done a lot of this stuff. He's very well. He's knowledgeable. He's aware.
Yeah, he's tuned in. No.
He's tuned into life. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like watching his videos too, actually, because it's like, oh, I'm an Irelander. He has a pretty beautiful house right next to the beach.
Yeah. Yeah. Beach is a nice place to live, isn't it? I could lay awake listening to the sea. Beautiful.
Well, that's the key to life is watering.
Yeah.
People underestimate the value of water.
Well, yeah.
It's really one of the most important things. That and low calorie beer.
Oh, low calorie beer. That's okay. You're supposed to have the non-alcoholic low calorie beer. That's the best one. But then, why?
I keep trying to manifest who's going to watch us. But then I communicated with a lady who lives in LA, and she said, "You're trying too hard."
Really?
I think we're trying too hard, Tony. And it may not sound like it, but I think we're trying too hard.
It may not sound like it, but we're trying too hard.
Because our energy is stressed. That's what it means.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, I want to entertain, but entertainment has depth to it as well as not just la la la. It's all sorts. But as long as it's
a struggle, it's a struggle for sure. It's a hero's journey. It's like every like Steven Seagal. Every movie, he's a guy. He has a backstory. Then he has a struggle. Then he overcomes a struggle. Yeah. And there's always a woman, right? That's always the other thing. There's a woman.
Yeah, he's let him down badly.
Yeah,
he's funny as well. He's funny. He can put an expression and say something. It's like really good.
Oh, Steven Seagal?
Yeah, he can do that. Yeah, that thing.
Really good. Another trick to being successful is don't be fat, unless you're a comedian.
Well,
I gotta lose some weight because I'm not very funny.
Yeah. Get around here, belly.
I only say that because look at your actors. Like if you're fat, you better be funny.
Yeah.
If you're not funny, you better not be fat. Well, Rich is like outside of the movie screen, but like, because Steven Seagal has gained a bunch of weight in reality, I suppose, in real life, and people give him shit for it.
Really?
Yeah, he's not a comedian. He's not funny.
Right.
But remember Chris Farley?
Yeah, I know the name.
He was Saturday Night Live. He did a bunch of. He was funny. He was very hyper. He was fat, and something about being over. Like if a person gets on stage and they look better than you, people aren't going to laugh at them because all they're going to think about is this son of a bitch is prettier than me. But if you're fat or goofy looking, right, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I can laugh at this guy. I want to laugh at him anyway. I want to laugh at him anyway. But now I have permission to laugh at him because he's a comedian.
A good comedy sketch is in weight problems, and you can talk about that in the comedy.
Yeah, it's common. We all struggle with weight.
Yeah. Cybernetics. Psycho.
Who is your favorite? I was talking to my buddy Bob about you yesterday because I see him on Fridays.
Oh right. You see him, right?
And I was telling him about you because he just got done. He's on fire, brother. He just got right. I mean, they're small. They're not very thick. He wrote his 5th book.
Yeah. Okay.
You should definitely connect. I mean, I think I connect. I tell him to connect with you, and I tell you to connect with him. It's your guys' choice, but I think he would, if it was just messaging, I think you would enjoy each other's company. He's a very smart man. You're a very smart man. You would have very good in-depth conversations. The only thing that I would recommend is not to be like awkwardly like concerned about the opinion. Like, don't try to be too conservative. Just be open because I think he's self-published, so he could help you get published.
Right. Yeah. I like the traditional way of doing it and self-publishing. I want to do both.
Yeah. You know what he recommended to me? He recommended that I write a letter to Elon Musk.
Right. Yeah.
Because of my book title,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very good.
Like if you had to write a letter to somebody famous, like if you had to write a letter to Elon Musk, how would you go about doing that? What would you do?
Dear Mr. Musk.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you.
Even his name doesn't sound real, right? Like, dear Mr. Musk. I feel like I need to give him some body spray or something.
But yeah. You know what his middle name is, don't you?
Well, he's from South Africa, I think, right?
His middle name is Gated.
Gated?
Gated.
Elon Gated Musk?
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Comedy is here, ladies
I
and
didn't get it until I said it.
It just comes to me. No.
Better to you than on you, huh?
Do what, sorry?
Better to you than on you.
Yeah. Understood that. But yeah.
Hopefully there's no underage kids watching this. Actually, you know what?
There's no one watching us.
Are we delusional?
Well,
I don't think so. I think people like to watch it. You know what's funny is that on my anniversary, I commented, or I didn't comment. I said, "Today's my anniversary." I had like 10 people comment. People are watching us. People have this weird thing. Like if they like something, I feel like people I know, they say, "Oh, if I like the post, then the government's onto me." Like, what do you do? What do you do that I don't know about? Where it matters the government's onto you,
Well, it is said about things like the post. It doesn't matter if they don't comment or emoji. They've heard or they've seen something.
Yeah.
It's gone in. It's
I
mean.
don't understand the big shy. Like, what's the big? What are people so shy about? Like, what are they? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, I don't want them to know me. Like, who the hell are you? Like, who? I'm looking around. Like, who are they?
Yeah.
Like the CIA. I would love the CIA to watch me because at least I'd have a fan.
I'm watching
and you know what? They're consistent, right? They'd watch me every day. What are they gonna watch me do though? Wipe my ass. I ain't got nothing. I ain't commit no felonies. I ain't commit no crimes. Like I don't even commit tax evasion, and I freaking I don't make enough money to.
No.
Oh, well.
Committing.
What are you gonna do? I think people are so triggered by the TV, right? They're always like, or their friends. People are always like, what's funny is that I'm gonna talk about it because I've been curious. Are you gonna get the COVID shot?
Yeah, got to.
Yeah, no worries. You know what? I think, yeah. Well, it is what it is. I can't judge you.
I want to travel.
I'll pray for you that you don't get sick or anything like that. But
thank you. No, not a problem. I just want to travel. That's why I've got to get it. Just for traveling.
You know what? I haven't got it yet. I'm probably gonna get it, but I think that's kind of bullshit. They can't really. I think that's kind of bullshit. Like the restrictions, like that is really kind of bullshit. You can't really restrict people based on your. That's kind of controlling the situation. That's kind of manipulation. I mean, people have been getting sick for a long time. It's like saying that it's like saying they're going to go into everybody's bedroom and force you to wear a condom because people have AIDS.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's true. Good
AIDS
point.
kill more people than freaking COVID has.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not getting rid of stress to stop cancer spreading either, are they?
Yeah, cancer's still around. What's funny is that being in marketing, being in business, whatever, you realize that it's all manipulation because you do it too. When you're in business, you manipulate people through numbers. Oh, 60, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend this. Do you think, am I supposed to expect that you literally interviewed every dentist?
Yeah.
And then 4 out of 5 of them, or did you go find 5 dentists that you gave money to?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And the sad part is people aren't aware of this. It's like, oh shit, people are still stupid. I shouldn't say stupid, but not educated or they don't find out the answer. But yeah, I see people are people in England rioting right now or protesting?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't watch the news anymore.
Oh, that could be just an American thing then. Yeah, like, because I saw it on Facebook, so I'm not sure how much validation it gets.
Yeah, no, I don't watch the news. There's nothing on there that's.
Well, I heard people were not, I can't say rioting, protesting because of the like you can't travel unless you get the shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't travel unless you have evidence that you have the shots.
That's right. Yeah.
Which in America they can't do that because that's a violation of your medical. It's like I think it's called Hippo or HIPAA or something.
No.
So you have a it's like a doctor patient confidentiality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really important too, because once you I mean there's very few people you can trust. If you can't trust your doctor, can you imagine how many people would stop going to the doctors? And they want to talk about a spread of a problem. Imagine if people stop trusting their doctors because they can't share information with them without them giving it to somebody else. It's almost like in the States, we have this thing where they're trying to eliminate people who have psychological problems from buying guns.
Right.
Well, if you restrict somebody with a mental issue, people may stop being diagnosed with mental issues. And in which case they're not going to get any help for having a mental issue.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have a real problem because you're going to have people who aren't being diagnosed because if I get diagnosed with a mental problem, there's going to be restrictions on my life. I'm better off just not going to the doctor. So you have to have a level of trust between the person and the doctor. Yeah. Otherwise, shit, welcome. I ain't going to the doctor.
Trouble is, if you've got a mental illness, you're restricted anyway until you get some assistance. So
well, I don't have any mental illness other than my multiple personalities.
Oh yeah, apart from that, yeah.
Apart from talking to myself.
Facebook groups, all these Facebook lives. That's why you do. That's how you've done them.
Yeah, it's not really me. I don't even know what's going on. I just have 6 friends in my head.
So it's 6:30 in the morning and you're drinking beer. Well done.
Well, it's not an alcoholic beer.
Oh, is it? Oh. Ah. Well done.
And it's Saturday. It's 5. What time is it where you're at?
20 to 3 in the afternoon.
You're not drinking a beer?
No. Wine tonight.
Okay. Who do you drink with usually when you drink? Who do you drink with?
What do I drink with or who?
Who do you drink with?
Well, at the moment, it's just me brother.
You should have said, he's going to come down to one day being the most important person in your life. So you should probably say, my brother, not just my brother, my brother.
Just as in the only person.
Yeah. Oh, I just started realizing that the value of family is very, very important.
But
and the privilege of last night having a great conversation with my niece and her fiance, my sister-in-law, my wife. And that's why I had a drink, because it was like, you know what, life is so short. I shouldn't neglect this moment. I shouldn't neglect the opportunity to be with my family. So it was fun. It was a good night.
Yeah. A cousin came down recently, a couple of weeks ago. That was nice to see another face, have a drink with him. And yeah, I would like to get out and catch up with a few people.
Does your brother look like you?
No.
I got a younger brother. He don't look like me at all. Well, I don't think he's 20 years younger or 17 years younger.
No, yeah, you don't get on too well.
He's a cool guy. Different personalities though. He's more introverted.
Oh right, yeah. So Same as mine. Very, very quiet. Yeah.
You know, you're becoming an extrovert very quickly, brother.
An extrovert? Who will? Me will.
Because you're going on a lot of people have seen your face. You know, you do a lot of stuff. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I saw you comment on someone's post one time and I got jealous. Just joking.
Oh yes. Yeah.
You can't comment on nobody else's post.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to get back to my Facebook lives. I miss doing them.
You know what? You might as well do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They're not going to take away Christmas.
Nah.
It'll still be December. They're still going to send you shit.
I love the recognition. Love it all. So that's the worst thing that can happen. Don't get any.
Well, don't feel bad. Do 5 live videos a day, and 95% of the time, no one comments or likes it. Matter of fact, when someone does comment, it's you, which I'm very grateful for. It's like, and I like your mindset too, because you're always like, your post, you comment like you're going to entice other people to comment.
Yeah, I'm open to, you know, and also giving my opinion on things. Oh, I can't wait. I'll be like, right, I'm in there. Love it.
How do you think this happened? How did people become so concerned with the opinions of others? Like, when in history did that become like a thing? You know, was it because of royalty, where they were like, okay, everybody's kissing that person's ass, can they kiss my ass too, kind of thing? Or is it just like a natural instinct when it's important? Validated.
They want to be validated. They want, they want stardom. If they can't have it in front of a crowd of people, then they want 2 or 3 people to do it, you know.
Not enough hugs as kids are.
Yeah.
Mommy and Daddy didn't love you enough. Yeah. Well, you know, I'll tell you what, man. One thing I validate is people. Because how did I meet you? That's freaking cool, dude. If it wasn't for Noble Goldman, we never would have met.
No. Possibly.
And you're going to keep meeting new people because it's forcing you to meet people. It's almost biblical how it's forcing us to fellowship, right? We have to show up if we want to succeed. We have to meet people. We have to converse with people.
First thing when you group of people, you see someone's faces for the first time. There's a barrier goes up straight away, and it's all like, oh, strange, new, alien, ooh. And then when you get used to that face, you say, oh, it becomes a friendly face, and then that's it, all flows. Not with everyone, of course.
You know what's funny is, you know who I miss the most of all the people that I haven't talked to in a while?
Mm.
And I'm just going to say this by location. My Canadian friends.
Mm.
Like Vicky, right?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to her in a while. I haven't been doing a lot of Zoom calls other than my own Zoom calls. But there's a lot of great people in the world, man. You know, it's funny because we always focus on the bad people. But realistically, if you do percentages, there's very few bad people. But there's a greater number of amazingly awesome people in the world.
Yeah. I think bad people, as we call them, you know, have got problems. I think that's why they've turned bad.
Oh, yeah, like the Joker, right? Yeah, the bad guy has a backstory, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You're not born bad.
No.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's hard to see it that way. You know.
Because we're just products of our environment, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What I'd say. Very hard to keep cool and calm in some situations.
I still can't imagine you not being in a soccer gang.
In a soccer gang?
The football, you know, what they call there was a movie about that. It was about the fans and their shenanigans. I can't remember what it was called though.
Oh, right. Yeah. They called it a football firm, was it?
But they're violent people, man, for sports.
Yeah.
And it's all because they attach themselves to a group. And when you attach yourself to a group, there's naturally going to be an opposition to it. And then once there's an opposition, they become the enemy.
Yeah. Make great films, really do. And it's easy to watch and not be involved in it, you know what I mean? Because
I try to watch what you call football, soccer, but I don't really watch sports much anymore.
Yeah.
I hate watching somebody else win. I want to win.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if you can. And plus, you look at sports. Really, they're really designed even before they realize it. They're designed for specific people. It's like basketball. If you're 6'10", you're gonna do all right. You know.
Yeah. I think a good idea with that though is if you're not 6'10" or whatever, yes, 6'10", hold on, then you're gonna just try harder, and you can still get that. To get the hoops, as they say.
Oh, you can, but I heard a basketball coach one time say, if you're 6'6" or taller, and you can walk and chew gum, you're gonna do okay at basketball.
Right. So you could just walk over to it and go.
That's the problem, is that the net has a height, and you're just putting a ball in a basket. Like I do that when I do my laundry, right? I put my clothes in a basket. There should be a sport that validates people who put their clothes in a basket.
You got the square, that little square. You hit that square.
Oh yeah, again, supposedly, as long as the projection's not too fast or too slow.
Yeah.
But it's not like rocket science, right? Like they're not curing cancer. I mean, I get it, they're entertaining to people, but well, what are you gonna do? They're gifted.
Yeah, good luck to them.
It's like when people always say, "Why don't teachers make more money?" Because teachers don't sell jerseys.
No, this is it.
Like no one buys a teacher. People buy athletes.
And
think about this: even a father, it's like, every father is like very conscientious on who their daughter dates. But if your daughter dates an athlete, they're telling all their freaking friends, "My daughter's dating an athlete."
Yeah. Or if it's famous actor, but they're trying to be an actor.
Oh, an actor?
You're not seeing him.
Well, I think I'd be a good actor.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
I think you'd be a good actor too.
Oh, no, I know that. Yeah.
I don't understand how you choose. I think that's the big conflict in Hollywood, is like, how do you decide who is good or who's not good? What is good? They're acting. Well, maybe someone who is so good, they act so good that they act like they're a bad actor.
Yeah, I think the idea of acting is to act as though you're not acting.
Well, the idea behind acting is all about popularity. It's like bodybuilding, it's all popularity contests. As long as somebody who has a lot of money likes you, you'll be successful.
Yeah. Yeah. In that area, but no one can anyone.
Who's your favorite actor?
Oh, Kevin Costner.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie of Kevin Costner?
JFK. See, quick answers.
Was it really a movie, JFK?
Oh, yeah. The best movie ever.
I've never seen it. He did a really good cowboy movie one time called Lone Ranger. It was kind of a badass. It was pretty badass. Man, I can't remember the movie. But yeah, it was good. Well, he made I think he made Field of Dreams, right?
Yeah. Waterworld, which didn't get great reviews. I thought it was quite good.
Well, he's in a really good series right now called Yellowstone.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. He's for sure.
He's fantastic.
I was like Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah. He's good, isn't he? How he's grown. He's so young when you saw him first, and then he's just dark. He
was handsome when he was young too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's kind of gotten old. I guess that's better than the alternative, but he's gotten old for sure. One of my favorite movies is Forrest Gump.
I don't think I've seen that, Amazing.
Oh, you've seen it. It's the mentally handicapped guy that freaking gets everything he wants.
So I've seen clips of it.
And then he also did Saving Private Ryan. He did a lot of older movies right now. Like I want to say he did Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, probably. Philadelphia.
Hey, I was talking to a friend and I was telling them, they were telling me about how they love going on Netflix and watching English mysteries, English, like, I guess kind of like a cop show. And I was like, really? Huh. And I asked the guy, I said, who do you think watches that mostly? And he said, well, people in England. I said, well, you're watching it. You're not in England.
Mm.
So it's kind of like how you guys like people in America. People in America like love England.
Mm.
It's actually a great way to sell a product. Just throw England before it.
Yeah.
English tea, English coffee, English muffin.
Yeah.
I don't want to take credit for it because it's you, but I think that everybody's favorite Englishman is going to take off.
You reckon?
So everybody's favorite Englishman.
Everybody's.
It's only 3 words. Yeah, that's pretty. That can be a good brand for you, brother. I mean, that's how Fitzpatrick started. Someone recommended it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind it. It's a nice label.
Well, it's going to be so popular in the next 5 years. People are going to think you're the only person who lives in England.
That'd be nice.
The whole country's yours.
Bit of peace. Make some changes.
I always think Fitzpatrick's my business, my brand name, my business. I'm always curious. Like I'm always questioning the name. Like, is it too situational? Is it too particular where it's not like inclusive enough to enough people?
The name.
Like,
it doesn't suggest coaching.
No, it doesn't. It's just it's a brand, right? It's like kind of like Nike.
Yeah.
James Cardoza is the coach, but yeah, Fitzpatrick's is kind of just like the logo, the symbol.
Yeah, you could call it Cardoza's.
They don't have the same appeal though. Cardoza's. Plus, I spent the last freaking 11 years building Fitzpatrick's. I don't want to start.
No, you stick with it.
Start over.
Branding. That's what it is.
You know what you need? You need a logo. You need a symbol.
What you got so far?
What's that?
So Fitzpatrick. What have you got so far? You've got a symbol.
Well, the symbol I got is a hexagon and a lion.
Oh, yeah.
So a hexagon is because of sacred geometry.
Mm.
So everything's a mathematical equation. We don't realize it, but the way things balance out is mathematical. And then the lion, I think the lion has a great symbol of just power. That's why it's on so many people's flags as a lion. Even though I really relate more to the wolf, personally, because they're a pack animal,
Yeah. Well, a lion I think the idea is that a lion will hunt on its own. That's a lioness, though, isn't it?
Well, a lion would be really good for you because of where you live and stuff. Like I can see your symbol being a lion with a tilted crown, because a tilt represents it's kind of like you're not the authoritarian, so you kind of have the tilt.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I was thinking more of a Labrador.
A Labrador?
Yeah.
That's actually would do really well because that's the most popular selling dog in America is a Labrador.
Is it? That's what. Yeah. That's what. I'm a marketing genius, I am.
It's like it just flows out of you.
It does, and it oozes out of me. I have to mop it up sometimes behind me.
Sometimes it's a burden being a genius.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Well, people always expect great things from you, when they don't realize even you waking up is greatness.
It is. It is. It is. First thing I say when I wake up, oh, great. Oh,
Well, we're both into the dang self-development. Can you imagine if you did that? How much better your life would be? If instead of opening your eyes, questioning, should I get up? If you just open your eyes and jumped out of bed and what? Then you screamed as loud as you could, yes!
yeah.
And then what about your day? I guarantee
Yeah.
you'd be more productive.
Well, it's a good point about millionaires get up really early because as soon as you wake up, a millionaire, as soon as you wake up, because when you're asleep, everything's equal.
I think they're full of shit, though. I think you called it. Like the whole cold shower thing. That's bullshit. They don't be taking cold showers.
They're not. Yeah. Yeah. They're in.
They just want to sound smart. They had to come up with something that made them sound different.
Yeah. They got.
What can we tell them to make them think we're smart? Oh,
And
take cold showers.
we know they're doing it, and we're laughing. They're sitting in the bathtub with a hot soapy water.
Yeah, they're probably thinking dumbasses.
Rubbing them. Yes. Yeah.
They're taking nice warm baths, just
Yeah.
slathered in lavender.
And they're watching Netflix.
Yeah, they ain't waking up at 5 a.m. either. Like if you were a billionaire, are you really waking up at 5 a.m.?
Yeah, because you're a billionaire from that moment. Because when you're asleep, it's all equal.
Yeah. You want to be competent. Yeah, we're all the time.
Get up early.
Do you think you would drink if you were a billionaire? Would you drink alcohol?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you drink the best alcohol?
No.
Oh, I'm bougie. I like nice things. Well, I at least like the impression of nice things. What is a nice thing? But like if I was a billionaire, I would be drinking Louis the 13th.
You mean the drink? I take it.
Yeah. It's a bottle of cognac.
All right. Okay. I mean, yeah. I won't go for not cheap. I'll just have stuff that costs the same, but just more.
You're not drinking bathtub cider.
No. Yeah. No. Toilet. It's more.
Prison toilet water.
The bath stuff that's the good stuff. No.
Well, if somebody makes their own alcohol, they're doing it for one reason only, to get there.
Yeah, to get there. Yeah. I won't go mad with it. Few properties around the world,
I heard ladies say one time, it's like, yeah, properties are great for investments, and generally when you own a bunch of properties, it's about making more money. But if you already have like $1 billion, I'm not even sure I would live anywhere long enough to own. I don't know.
No.
I'm not sure I would live anywhere long enough. I would want to live every city in the world for a month. I would want to live.
That's a good idea.
I really want to live in Greece, man. I just have this thing about Greece. I just really want to live there for a little period of time, And Israel, actually, I think Israel would be cool to live in.
Israel.
The only problem is I think you have to be Jewish to buy property there. I think you have to actually have the genetics because they're so limited on the space, I don't think they're giving out. Well, if you're a billionaire, you can probably live anywhere you want. They probably be like, well, if you pay 10 times the price.
Yeah. Right. So you're getting out there. I'm trying to branch out a few places as well.
Well, we should. Here's the thing: we're not utilizing the two minds, brother. We should be elevating each other. Like if you want to start doing lives, let me know and I'll share with all my pages. Like when you go live, share it to all my groups. Actually, I should probably make you a moderator. But yeah, just share it. It's not like who cares? Like 50 people. Why not? You might as well try, right? If you're gonna do it, you might as well try all your resources.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, we're not utilizing everything, are we? It's not.
No, we're we could utilize each other a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'd like to go from. Sorry.
You have to know what you want, though. You don't know what you want yet.
Got a fair idea.
Morning. Because and money is not the answer either. Because money's like a byproduct. You gotta know what you want to do, right?
Oh yeah. It's pretty nice though.
Like I still see you being a book. I still see you being writing your book. I don't know. I mean,
Yes.
you look like a writer. You look like a writer.
Is that good?
He is good. I mean, Hemingway was a writer. He was fucking awesome. I mean, other than killing himself, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah, that's why you were going with that. Yeah,
don't kill yourself.
Yeah, you look like a suicidal genius. Thank you.
Well, not everybody knows he killed himself. But it's no Hemingway. Not everybody learns the story. Even Edgar Allan Poe was an alcoholic.
That was he?
Yeah, he got a lot. Well, it talks about Think and Grow Rich. He got a lot of his inspiration from being under, being tossed.
Yeah.
It's funny because you say this. This is your thing. The pen is mightier than the sword. Because you can be any person you want to be on paper, but in reality, you're still in reality.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to do things. I mean, I'm just going to do it without questioning it anymore because my purpose in life, I know what it is, and it was there all the time, right in front of me. To entertain people, and that's even if the books will be like this really serious book, there's still entertainment in that, and there's comedy. And because I always find comedic answers before serious ones, so I'll get that out.
I'll say this to you: if I gave you some advice, you're much more entertaining when you're happy.
So I heard that most of it. That last word I did not hear. Happy. Happy. Yeah, like happy. When you're smiling. Like yes. I will see. Yeah. And I smile. All right. Like you're more entertaining when you're happy. People are gonna want to see more when the happy Tony shows up. Yeah, exactly. Your sound has deteriorated during this conversation. Oh, it's on my cell phone. Oh, what? Oh, right. Okay. And plus, I already have a little bit of like a lisp of some sort. I don't know. I don't really do. I always had a speech to some degree, to where I have to talk slow to really enunciate my words. So I get lazy, or I start, being slacky, whatever, and I start to mumble. People used to always bust my balls about it. Then I got older, and I was like, well, fuck them. They don't like the way I talk. Don't listen. Right. I'm gonna be me no matter what, right? You gotta show up. There's only one thing that's for certain in this world, is that you will be you, and you are the only you. So show up. People don't like it. They don't gotta fucking follow. They don't gotta be there with you. The sound is really bad. Is it really bad? Yeah. Oh, I apologize. Let me see if I can. I'm not sure if I have a connection either. We both have my backgrounds. Yeah. Just gonna dance while you're messing about. Is that, can you hear me now? No, it's still bad. Still bad? Yeah, it's not good. Well, I mean, you heard what I said, enough to be able to respond, I guess. Do you have a lot of countrysides? Yeah, it's wonderful. English country. A lot of farm there. Yeah, countryside is wonderful. Really good. Yeah. Do you travel? Well, you don't. I guess COVID, you don't travel. Before COVID, you travel a lot, like around England. Like, did you go around places? Yeah, I used to. Mostly countryside. A few other cities, but the countryside. Been in London all my life. Countryside was a real treat, or the beach, really. Yeah, well, yeah. You had the English Channel, right? Yeah, yeah. Cold, Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is that? Is that from the Atlantic Ocean? Yeah. You know what's funny is that
California, I feel like I live in the best place in the world.
Pretty good. Been there. Well, sure. Wonderful.
It's almost like you want to complain, but it's like, how can you complain?
We always find something, though, don't we?
Well, if somebody complains about living in California, they're just an asshole. You know, they probably complain about warm coffee. It's not hot. They're just complainers, you know, they complain. But really, the weather, I mean, right now, even though I'm in the mountains and it's the cold place, it's probably 70 degrees.
No.
It's not cold.
So are you eating outside today? I mean, it looks really nice to eat outside.
Oh, it's beautiful right now. I can see just trees and trees and trees. It's absolutely stunning up here. I'm not sure I would live up here, but it is gorgeous.
How long are you there for?
I'll be here today, and I go home tomorrow.
Oh, right.
My sister-in-law has a timeshare. She has timeshares, and it's a blessing, right? For me particularly, because I get to enjoy this luxury. So I'm grateful for that. Definitely grateful. But it's fun because I think like in New York, I think a lot of your like successful hedge fund managers and a lot of your successful Wall Street guys, I think they live in the city during the week and they go home on the weekends, you know.
Yeah. I like the idea of that. That sounds so good.
I can still see you living in New York for sure.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to happen.
The question is, how badly do you want it to happen, you know? Maybe you should marry an American.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I'm now addressing America. And yeah, you know, I'll be good. I'll do as I'm told.
Well, you know, I've never lived anywhere else really. I mean, I lived in Korea for a year, but circumstances were different because I was in the military.
North or south?
What's that?
North or south?
Oh yeah. They don't let whiteys in North Korea. I seen a documentary, but I guess they do let whiteys. They don't let Americans there.
No.
Because you know the entire concept behind socialism, communism is manipulation. You need to make the person that you're oppressing believe that you're oppressing them for their benefit.
Yeah.
And if you speak against that, they don't want people to know that, right?
No. And when the leader dies, the people wailing in the streets, they've got to be seen to be grieving.
Yeah, they got to be seen, right? Like it's hard to imagine that. The last guy in North Korea, I don't know what his name was. Doesn't really matter. He's irrelevant to me. That's the thing about being American. Like, you can be a dictator, and you're still less valuable than me, right? Like he's not a dictator of North Korea. What does that mean? That ain't shit. That's like being the leader of a stray pack of dogs. So he dies, and the very people he oppressed have to feel bad that he died.
Was it John Kim Il or something?
Yeah, and all the bullshit lies he told. Yeah, born under two rainbows on top of the mountain. He wasn't even born in Korea. I think he was born in Russia. Yeah, it's communism, right? So it's all about supporting their belief system. It's bullshit, by the way. It's all bullshit. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Just thank God I was born where I was born.
Yeah. Well, write a book about it. Make a play about it. A musical.
I think they did. Yeah, they made a movie.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for the weekend?
Well, clearing out garages, making space nice and looking good instead of.
Are you doing any more painting?
No, never.
I saw your rollers. Those were pretty cool. I saw the.
Oh, do you like them? Yeah, they were.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked your your comments too, as far as like the artist, what is it called? Yeah, it's interesting how you look at it differently, right? You can see the same thing. If you see it differently, you can see value in everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, it wasn't artistic as in paint wise. I was just using rollers, and but putting them together, they look really pretty. I thought
they did, yeah. The colors and stuff, the coordinate, yeah, the coloration, whatever. Yeah, it was cool, man. I dug it. I dug it a lot.
Thank you. Yeah. No one else did, but
well, that's what I like about you is you see value in everything. You know, and that's the key to
bless you. Bless you. Yeah. And my background, my Facebook cover photo, that was I cut it out bits of magazine and put them.
That was a little bit creepy at first though, because I was thinking like serial killer.
Oh yeah, the ransom note. Yeah, I got it from my old ransom note.
Yeah, ransom note.
You know what it's like? You put a ransom note away, you forget it's there.
You know what's sad is like there's people out there who actually do that shit.
I know they're there. I like to think I've been the influence on them. No,
but you know, it looked cool. It looked very, yeah, it was very well put together.
Oh, thank you, James. Just yeah,
you got a lot of comments too, I think.
I got a couple, not as many as I thought, but it was quite fun doing it because I didn't want to check all the copyright on other images. So I thought, oh, I'll just make my own, and I had great fun.
Well, you know, I'm starting to realize that if you want to have a lot of comments, you got to be an asshole, because people don't comment on things they like. They only comment on things they don't like.
True. As I said, most of my longest conversations have been when I'm having an argument with someone.
Yeah, because people have no shortage of time when it comes to proving their point to disprove somebody else's point.
Yeah, absolutely.
When it comes down to, you know, sherbet ice cream and rainbows, they don't want to be around that shit because it doesn't validate their misery. Yeah. The average person is miserable by choice.
Yeah, so I realised what I was doing. I was trying to latch onto something to say, look at me, I'm correct about something. I realised I was doing that. So growth is painful.
Morning.
Yeah, get familiar with the neighbours there, I see. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm an extreme extrovert, so everywhere I go, I talk to people.
Great.
Well, because I think I want people to talk to me. That's not normal, so I have to be the initiator of conversation.
Yeah, it happens here, but you do it here. Some people just stare at you and go, and some people go, oh, so
yeah. Well, it used to be a tradition to say good morning to everybody, right? That's like the perfect neighborhood you want to live in. It's like good morning, good afternoon, right? You want to at least be polite. Being polite is really it's free. You can be nice to everybody. It's free. You don't.
I think the other person's scared. You say hello to someone, it usually follows with can you help me out with some money or something. It's like, well, that's what it is.
Yeah. But good manners are free. It's free to have good manners.
Mm-hmm.
It actually feels good. I feel good to be nice. Like when I'm nice to people, I feel good. I feel better about myself when I say about myself, but I feel nice. You know, like I like talking to people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's funny because it's not really the normal. So when I do, they look at me like I'm weird.
Yeah, I know.
Like I'm always like looking at my face, like let's look at my face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like why are they staring at me strange? Like I'm not doing anything weird. I'm not naked, you know. I'm not wearing a kilt.
Yeah. I've had to check some mornings. You know that feeling you think you're missing something, and the first thing I've done is check that I'm wearing clothes.
Well, I always tell people this. If you feel like you're missing something in your life, the answer is people. You need to be around people more often.
Well, I thought I'd forgotten to do something as I left the house. I thought, I wonder if it is wearing any trousers.
Huh. Have you ever been to a nude beach?
What beach?
A nude beach.
I have, yeah.
Were you nude?
Oh, I wasn't, no.
So if you go to a nude beach with clothes on, you're now the weirdo.
No, really, yeah.
I used to have this client I trained. And him and his wife would go to nude beaches, and they would tell me the stories. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care to see everybody naked. I mean,
Well,
that's not the
not
point.
me.
I guess the point is to be naked and be comfortable and be in nature.
Mm.
But I'm not comfortable enough with my body to be naked around people.
I'm not. No, I used to be. No. Oh, back in the day.
Well, getting older, you don't have to care anymore. Like once you get to a certain
Oh
age,
no,
just be
no,
naked.
no, no. I'm going to get back to that body that I had. Definitely.
Yeah. Is that a goal of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much would you say you'd want to lose weight?
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's up here. That's the problem, not down there.
How much weight would you want to lose?
All of it.
Well, all of it. I mean, if I had a magic, how much weight would you want to lose?
Um, we say 3 stone, for instance.
Oh, okay. So you don't do pounds in England, huh?
We got them on the scale, but
How many kilos would you want to lose?
yeah, I don't know. Oh, maths! Don't give me maths.
So you guys use stones. That's your stone. A stone is how
Yeah,
much? How do you convert stones to pound?
no idea. It's on the scale though. You can see different things. Comes up, in bigger numbers is stones. So yeah.
You know the problem is when someone says kilos, the first thing I think about is drugs. Like it's like this. You know you're American when you don't use a metric system, and you only speak one language. Uh, People are always like, we should change the metric system. And I always say, why? Well, the rest of the world. Because you have a loser's mentality. See, a winner don't adjust for the losers. The losers adjust for the winners. See, when you're on the top of the hill, when you're the winner, you are who you are. Everybody else is trying to become you. They're trying to compete with you. Right? So you don't have to do that when you're on top of the hill. And that may sound arrogant or whatever, but I was really blessed to be born in America. Very, very blessed. And I'm not gonna screw it. I'm gonna take whatever I got, man. I'm gonna run with it. Same with you, though. I mean, in Europe, everybody else uses a euro, right?
Yeah.
Do you use a euro?
No, we don't. Not yet.
You know why? Because you're the winner. You set the standard. Everybody else wants to be like you. They have to unite as an entire continent to compete with you.
Poland doesn't have it either.
Poland?
Yeah.
I got too many Polish jokes to even care about Poland, though. I shouldn't say that. I really don't.
Great sausages. Wonderful sausages.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Poland, to be honest. I don't know anything about Poland. Are they still in Europe?
Well, they're in Europe, yeah. Geographically, yeah.
I know, being funny. The only thing I ever heard about Poland is they got really beautiful women.
Yeah.
I'm sure the guys are good looking too, but that's not really my thing. So
don't recognise it. No. I only went there once to see the concentration camps.
Oh yeah, because World War II, right?
Yeah. British invention.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Well, that's just you guys winning.
Oh, I don't think that's meant to be used as brutally as they were used. But.
Yeah, well, World War II, yeah, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different discussion because, yeah, I always ask people if when something like that happened, do they really think it happened by design? I don't mean design by like just happened. Like it takes a lot of effort by a lot of different people to make even the smallest thing happen. Something that huge was definitely globally planned.
horrific.
I think the real value is in line for natural resources.
I wanted it to be just this thing that was a film or a book, but it wasn't. It was real. It really happened. And I can't do nothing about it, terrible thing.
Well, we read Think and Grow Rich, and there's a part of the book where it talks about how people become united, and one of the united things is oppression.
Yeah.
If you're in a group of people that's oppressed, you guys naturally unite under the idea of being oppressed.
Yeah.
Like in America, being Irish, right? They often talk about being oppressed in the early 1900s because of Catholicism, right? So a majority of the people that founded this country were Protestants. They left Europe because it was to escape religion, and they kind of became It's funny when you leave something and you become the same thing you didn't like, right? You leave religious oppression to become the religious oppressor.
Exactly.
It's kind of funny in my mind, but the idea of being Irish in America is very marketed.
Right.
Very marketed. Yeah, it's very marketed. That's why everybody has a shamrock.
Yeah. But,
and they don't even know what a shamrock is. I mean, shamrock is what St. Patrick used to describe Catholic Father, Son, Holy Spirit, 3 leaves. Right. They don't know. They just know that people respond to it.
I don't know if is that an Irish thing? Do they actually put shamrocks in the beer, or is it just a commercial type of thing?
It's commercialized, yeah.
It is commercial, all right.
Yeah. Well, it's like Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Haagen-Dazs ice cream is not a European company. It's an American company.
It just sounds fancy.
It sounds fancy, yeah. So they were like, they'll spend more money on it because it sounds like it must be better. I really like the idea of you. I mean, I'm going to keep talking about it too. I hope I don't sound annoying, but I really like the idea of you becoming very famous in America.
Oh no, you keep talking about it as much as you want, James. This is fantastic.
I really see it, man. I really do see it. Because you have a good personality, you have a good appeal to you, you have a good look, right?
More.
Yeah.
Carry on, James. Say more things like that.
I really see it happening, though. I really do. The only thing I see that's kind of negative is I see you having a lot of babies over here. Well, women are going to throw themselves at you, right? You're not going to think twice to, be precautious because you're going to be rich and you're going to have lots of children. So you're going to have lots of babies.
No, I'll be,
But you know what the funny part about you having a lot of babies is? Because it's by a bunch of different women, is that all your sons will be named Tony.
There'll be a few Jameses there.
Oh, thank you.
That one, James. That one, James.
Well, that we have this boxer called George. What is his name? George Foreman. Yeah, he named all his kids George Foreman.
Yeah. He makes grills, doesn't he?
Well, what's funny is that initially, so he's just the face. Like they needed somebody to promote it, and originally they asked Hulk Hogan to do that.
Oh, really?
That's Hulk Hogan. He turned it down.
Right.
And then they asked George Foreman. Well, I'm not sure if that was the exact pecking order, but I know they didn't ask George Foreman first. They asked Hulk Hogan first. He didn't. He turned it down. Yeah, but he has those little compression grills,
Yeah. Yeah. All the grease comes out.
The electric grill.
Yeah. But with those things, you experiment with things that you're not supposed to put in them and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, the best thing I've heard there was a s'mores.
Right.
Because it melts the marshmallow and the chocolate. Ooh, I love s'mores.
Yeah. Oh.
I love s'mores.
Can you explain to me what grits are?
Grits? Yeah, it's a grain. It's a grain.
Ah.
Yeah. See, the problem with explaining grits is everybody wants to sound smart. It's like explaining broccoli. You ain't gotta be a genius, but when you don't gotta be a genius, people want to sound like a genius so they can separate themselves. But yeah, it's just a grain. Yeah, it ain't special. I lived in North Carolina for a couple of years, which is in the South. and grits is kind of their thing, I guess. It was whatever. I mean, it's like, does every Irish person really eat potatoes? I love potatoes. I don't
They
even
do
like
mashed potatoes.
I love potatoes that are mashed, fried, baked,
Yeah,
cut into French fries.
yeah.
You can't go wrong with potato.
Versatile, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I'm not sure how much nutritional value they have. And the same with grits. I'm not really sure if it's a lot of nutritional value or if it's just like a filler. I think the idea of grits is it's like a poor man's filler. It's cheap.
What is
Kind
it?
of like
Is it solid or is it like soft, sloppy?
it's more like I guess it depends who makes it, you know.
Ah.
But it's more along the lines of porridge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of runny.
Like oats, right? I thought it sounds to me something like burnt sausages, small burnt sausages, and bacon bits and bits of potato. That's what I thought. I had that in my head. Grits are all the, when you make baked potatoes and you've got those burnt bits around the edge. It's got that kind of sound to it. To me,
Well,
only me.
so here's the thing too, and this is why I don't understand why people don't catch on to the trend. Like, so there's a movie called True Grit.
Mm.
It was John Wayne originally, but people now caption that and they say that person has grit.
Right.
So if you don't know what they're meaning, it don't mean shit, right?
Mm.
Because you have to all of a sudden understand their intention. Well, that's everything. Everything that we've been taught to believe was merely someone's intention when created. So nothing really has value other than the value we give it. And that's the hard part about society is we stick to our damn traditions like they're valuable. They're not valuable. They're just our way of not wanting to grow. We don't want to change. Change is inevitable. Evolution is inevitable. Yeah, it's inevitable. What is it? Darwinian, right? Darwin or whatever.
Yeah.
Darwinianism, I guess they call it.
Well,
It's just gonna happen. If you don't grow, you're gonna die. Long story short.
They say about the river. You go in the river, you go back in. It's not the same river.
Well, we're never in the same place in the universe because the Earth is moving not in a continuous pattern, but in space of different. So we're always somewhere different. We're never in the same place in life. But people don't. I mean, it takes effort to be enlightened. It takes a self-responsibility to own your situation. People don't want to do that. It's much easier to be a victim than it is to be like, who's your, do you have a favorite philosopher?
No, not really. Not yet.
We should have a favorite philosopher.
Mm.
We have favorite athletes. What the fuck do they do for the world? We don't have a favorite philosopher. We should have a favorite. Yeah, what the fucking guy hits a baseball? What the fuck is that? It's entertain. Yeah. We have favorite actors.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Costner. But we don't have favorite philosophers. Philosopher, that should be the new trend. We should all have a favorite philosopher.
I think Kevin Costner.
A favorite philosopher?
I think he could, talk a good talk.
The only problem with philosophers is they're all from the same area of the world, right? They're all from Greece.
Yeah.
I used to have a fantasy about. I used to love Greek women.
Mm.
I used to think that they were the most amazing thing. Even not knowing a Greek woman, I used to think they were the most amazing thing because I thought to myself, man, if they produce as much as they produced, democracy, geometry, calculus, whatever else they produce, right? Can you imagine what your kid would be like if you had a kid with a Greek woman?
Mm.
Like, does a Greek child come out like naturally, like Pluto? Like, is it like, like, do they discover something upon birth?
Mm. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not flowing today.
Oh, don't worry. That's the beautiful part about knowing me. I'm never short on words.
I know. I noticed.
I like to talk. I even tell people, "Hi, my name is James. I like to talk. So if you want to communicate, let's communicate. If you don't, none doesn't matter. I'm going to talk regardless."
Yeah. Right. I'm going to have to cut today's short, I'm afraid.
Oh, no worries, brother. I appreciate you coming on.
I've got another thing going on.
You have an event to go to?
Yeah, kind of. Not physically. I'll still be in the screen, but I think.
Tony? Are you cheating on me?
Well, one thing led to another.
I still love you, though.
I was thinking of you the whole time.
Well, I want you to do this for me. At least do this. If you're going to go on a Zoom call, at least say this much. And don't explain it. If they ask you, what do you say that for? Just be like, if you don't know, you don't know. Say, "Hi, my name is Tony. I'm James's friend." All right, brother. Yeah, I gotta go anyway because I'm freaking freezing outside. My toes are actually getting kind of chilly.
Right, okay. But what do we do for next week?
Well, we're on live, so regardless if we realize it or not, we're on YouTube right now.
Right.
This whole thing's been on YouTube, so we're gonna get followers because of YouTube, and we're continuously showing up. The thing we need to start figuring out is how can we build together? Like we need to start coming up with structure. Like, and the first question is, what do you want, Tony? Like once we figure out what we want, then we get it. And just saying, and money is not the answer. You can't say money because money is not actually valuable. You gotta have a purpose. Money will show up because money is just paper.
Yeah.
Or imaginary numbers. So when you decide what you want, we'll get it.
All right. Yeah. I've got a fair idea.
And be very, make it big. Like, don't just want breakfast. You know, want something really massive. Your goal should be so crazy big that you don't even want to tell people because it sounds crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of.
So write it down, figure it out, and let's make that shit happen.
Yeah, let's do it. But likewise, with yours, we both got to work together.
Well, you know, my big goal that I focus on is I just want to be seen, heard, and known by everybody on the planet.
That's my goal.
Hey, now we got a goal.
There you go. Oh, we talked about it, didn't we? We just want to be out there. We want to broadcast ourselves in every media.
I want to be more well known than McDonald's.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about McDonald's. I want to be more well known than McDonald's.
Yeah.
But anyway, brother.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you.
Good.
I guess I'll see you on Thursday. Are you gonna go back to Wednesday at all?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I meant to go this week, but I think they changed the times.
Yeah, an hour earlier. Yeah.
Like they didn't ask me about that.
Right. No, I didn't go on because I came off.
I was joking, but they don't ask.
I know you was it. They came off. I came off one of the group chats, and I assumed that the Zoom invite would be sent to both group chats. It was only sent to one, and I didn't went on that one.
Yeah.
Don't know.
What time? What the Zoom call on Wednesday? What time is it where you're at?
The new one is now 7 to 8, but it used to be 8 till 9 for me in the evening.
Oh, that's why they changed it then, because more of the people are where you live. And what time zone are you in, by the way?
GMT.
What does that stand for?
Greenwich Mean Time.
Greenwich? Yeah.
Mean time.
Doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know what it means either.
Like I'm in Pacific Standard Time,
right?
But I'm next to the Pacific Ocean, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, take care, brother.
Yeah, you too, James, and win a good week. Have a good week.
I have no other choice but to have joy in my life.
Good. All right.
I gotta figure out. I'm gonna turn on the damn YouTube. Yep.